Nope. So I'm evidently in Christine's ear. All right, let's. Oh, now we got to turn it around. Here we go. All right, Angie, you have a seat right there, my dear.
Right.
Okay. And I am going to go ahead and just focus this here so that people can see that.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and introduce here. Hey, everybody. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited about this now that we've got it all worked out. Oh, look at how many people are on. Hi, Sharon and Gretchen, Rita and Teresa. Good morning, Chris. Hi, Michelle. Actually, good afternoon. I always mess that up. Tina and Tamara. Yay, and Teresa. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Kelly. Let's see. Good rainy Thursday. Yes, it is, Rita. It most certainly is. Hi, Janet. Deborah. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Laura. Donna. I know this is going to be so much fun, isn't it? I just looked at Angie. She's like... Hi, Roberta. Hi, Sharon. Faye and Christine. Oh my gosh, look at all these people on there. Lisa and Deborah. Oh, Debbie, yes. Elaine and Faye. Oh my gosh, Faye. Look at what she just did. She just sent us a picture of this. She cut all of those Mickeys out on her Scan N Cut. Isn't that awesome? Yay. Way to go, Faye. All right. Yeah. That is so cool. All right. Who else have we got here? Cindy and Barbara and Sally and Wanda and Maria and Karen and Ginny and Brigitte and Karen and Robin and Karen keeps saying hi. And Tommy and Michelle, Christy and Cindy and Pam and Francis. Angela's very excited to see everything in action. All right, so I think we should just get started. Give you a little bit of background on Angie. Angie and I have been best friends for, gosh, 5,000 years or something like that. We were bus stop moms together when our kids were little, and we live like right around the corner from each other, and she is my biggest supporter and just a love. Got a Scan N Cut when it first came out, and has been going gangbusters ever since. So she has put together some really cool stuff for you to see, and I'm just going to let her take it now. Okay? All right, you're on, my dear.
I'm supposed to be behind the camera.
Nope. All right, so you're behind one of them and you're in front of the other. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm a very lazy quilter, and this is my favorite toy.
You got to talk louder.
My favorite machine. And we'll start out with In the Hoop machine applique. And this is a design that is found in the Luminaire. And Angela Wolf had a video on this, and Tiffany's going to post it on the website. Am I loud enough?
Can you guys hear all right? Everybody good?
So far, so
oh,
good?
Yep, so far so good.
Okay. So we'll start off with this, and then I'll just keep cutting stuff and showing you stuff till Tiffany tells me to So, we are going to go into the Luminaire.
Oops. All right, I'm going to move some cameras around here, guys. Remember, I'm on 2 different cameras, so. All right.
Okay, so everybody see that?
Yep, we're good.
Embroidery, and this first directory, and then directory 5 right here has the applique designs, and this particular applique design is 002. So I'll click that. Everybody see that there? I'm gonna set it, and now it is in my working screen, ready to stitch. And if you look here, it says applique material here, and we're gonna do a little outline. We'll tell it embroidery.
I'm gonna adjust one of the cameras
Okay.
here. I might have to just hold it.
And I have sticky stabilizer here, so I've torn off the paper in front of it because I'm not quite sure where the edge of my
There.
napkin is coming. I'm going to do this at an angle. So we have something
Whoop.
really neat on this machine where you can just,
What did you just push?
I just pushed that little cone looking thing.
Oh,
And so here's my design
look
right
at that.
in the front, and I can line it up exactly where I want it. So if I want to move this down a little to catch the end.
Okay, you got to remember to talk louder because they're saying they can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Tiffany can do the talking. How's that?
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to line this up because I want to catch the bottom leaf on the corner here. And again, this is sticky stabilizer.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm going to line this design up exactly where I want it. And then I can move the red box to the top and see that I've got the other parts. There they are. And then just smooth it right on out.
Nice. When you said red box, let's see.
Right here. See this little...
Oh,
this is
okay.
the field of the projection. So you can move that around just by touching it.
Gotcha.
So you
Okay.
can- for the big designs.
Okay. Very cool.
So now we've got that in there, and I've got it pressed down nicely. So the first thing, I don't know if you can see that, it's going to give me the applique stitch. If you look in the frame here of the machine, it's got the little flower shape.
Oh, in the frame. Okay. Gotta move.
Oh. I'm going to
Okay.
keep Tiffany
So
hopping
you
with
are.
it. So, and this is the first thing it's going to sew, is this little applique part. So I'm going to...
We've got a glare on this. Okay, I see it. Yep.
So I'm going to put the foot down on the machine. Green means go. I'm going to let her rip.
Let her rip. That's a technical term.
Yeah, we don't do anything slow. We want it all fast and done properly.
Okay.
All right. So now I want to cut this little shape out on the Scan N Cut because I told you I'm a lazy quilter and I'm not going to do it any other way. So I'm going to take my flash drive. I'm going to plug it into the machine. I'm going to hit memory, and I'm going to tell it to save it to my flash drive. Boom, it's right
That was
there.
it.
That's
Cool.
it. So I'm going to take this out of the machine. I'm going to go over to the Scan N Cut.
Okay.
Ready?
Where are we
Ready to
going?
move?
Oh, yep. Ready to move. Ready to move. Okay.
Wake the Scan N Cut up.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a little bit. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
I know. This is all very... Whoop. So, my photo skills, my video editing skills are very limited. Okay, we're ready.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to take that same flash drive, plug it into the side of the Scan N Cut.
Oh, okay, I see. And then we need to look at the screen here, don't we?
Yeah, so right here, I want to retrieve data from my stick.
Okay.
And it's always going to save it in the B pocket when you save it from the machine. And this, well, I've done it twice. You see, I practiced.
Practice is
So,
good.
Here it is, and then you've got two options. One wonderful thing about these new SDX machines is you can make any embroidery design in applique, which we couldn't do before. But I just want that one little piece. So I go over here, hit the little shield, and boom, there it is.
Oh.
So I'll say, okay, that's the one I want. At this point, you can change the size. I'm a lazy quilter. I'm not changing anything. I'm just going to set it. So now here it is in my screen.
Okay.
So we want to cut it now. So I've got more of that lovely fabric.
Oh, fun. I love it.
We're going to take the protective cover off your mat. My mat has been used quite a bit. So.
And just for kicks, what do you use to clean your mat?
Brother recommends baby wipes.
But then there was another
Oh,
little
yeah.
thing that we found. That's all right. You can say it.
Okay. Can I say who told me?
Sure.
Okay. Cindy Hogan introduced us to this wonderful stuff from the dollar store. That just cleans mats like nobody's business.
Okay.
And they stay sticky. I even cleaned a mat from our 550 machine that we had worn out years ago. And that rascal's sticky again. Of course, it won't work in this machine.
And it's called what?
LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner.
Totally awesome. All right. Totally awesome. I love
It
it.
smells awful, but it
Oh.
becomes sticky. So, and what I love to use I love Heat and Bond Light, which looks like this. Fusible. I've been using this from when we first started, and it's always worked really well. There are other fusibles. I would say try a little bit first and see if that works for you, and if so, go to town. So this is what I've got on the back of this.
On the back of your, okay. So you've got it on the back.
Yep.
All right.
I'm going to lay it down.
And you're laying it down with the paper side down on the sticky.
The
Okay.
standard mat,
Okay. Yep.
because it's a little heavier with paper on the back.
And you
All right.
use that
I've got a
brayer.
and Brother has a white brayer that works great.
Mm-hmm.
I had this from scrapbooking.
Yeah.
I never took out of the package.
And the brayer helps to keep the fabric
Want
flat
it
on the,
stuck.
yeah.
Flat
Yep.
and stuck.
Good.
Fabric is the most challenging material to cut. So in class, that's the first thing we cut.
Okay.
Because everything else is just a piece of cake after that.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to load the mat. Okay, and see, I don't know where that is. I could eyeball it, but this machine's so nice. This little button here will scan what is on my mat.
The center. Okay.
And I don't throw my scraps away, because you can do all kinds of stuff with scraps. This is a challenge project we did with scraps from a
I remember that.
drawer.
Yes.
So just a built-in design.
That's so cool.
I'll stick it on Deb's chair. All right, now that we've got this in the right here.
Oh, so it scanned the whole piece of fabric.
Whole piece of
Okay.
fabric. So I can move this anywhere I want. If I can't see it real good, I can go here. I can make it darker. So if I'm really trying to fussy cut, I want to get it right in the middle of that one.
Oh.
Of course, you can back it off a little so you can see.
So if you had like one of Brandon Mabley's Can girls, you could do a face.
Absolutely, you could get it exact. So we're gonna. I like this spot. Of course, you wouldn't want to cut here because we already
Right,
cut out.
right.
So we're gonna go okay, and then we've got to tell it what we want to do because it will do a lot of things. So we want to cut. And there is a test on here, but I've tested for how many years?
Up until this machine,
Yeah,
we've
and
done lots and lots of tests
You had
because,
to,
yeah, we
just-
didn't want to cut through the mat.
So I'm a lazy quilter, and this machine does all the thinking for me. I don't have to adjust my blade. I just have to let her rip.
Yay! Oh, it's so smooth.
So then we just pull this back off.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Nope.
I
What?
had this on half cut.
What does that
Here.
mean?
Half cut is on. This is for vinyl. So I'm going to come in here and cut this off.
So half cut on vinyl would mean that it would cut the vinyl, but not the underlying paper. Gotcha.
But we don't want to do that on this. So I'm going to stick him back down.
You know what I always say, Angie, is that we learn best by making mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, this is something that we'd check next time.
That's right. And I should have checked it.
That's okay. No, I was, you know, it's nice for people to know we're all human, right?
So I'm going to reload my mat because it's always in a, I want to rescan it.
Okay.
All right.
Now, can you see where it was before? Where the cut was?
I can feel it.
Okay. And are you going to try to get it right on that cut, or are you going to cut somewhere else?
Nope, because I'm a lazy quilter.
There we go.
Somewhere else. I got plenty of fabric.
Okay. Okay.
This is where that first one was, so let's go up here to this one.
Okay.
And
So right up in the corner.
these are nice because it's nice flat surface on these machines, so you can even leave it
Oh,
loaded.
you know what? That's something new. The other ones don't have that.
Nope.
Can you lift the thing up so you can see?
Yeah, it's and you can store things. This is where I store my
Very
pens
nice.
and a blade.
Very nice. So it's like a little garage.
A little garage, yeah. And then I've got a thing I can put my doohickeys right here.
So those are some of the new features on the SDX.
And let me show you why I shouldn't have missed that. So I'm gonna go cut again. And if you look right here.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it in so that. Oh no! I ended the channel. Shit. Oh my God! I didn't mean to say that. The other one's on.
Yeah, the French is getting atrocious.
Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, you can tell we haven't been around customers very much lately. Oh dear. And they're all laughing at me. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Ready?
Yes,
Okay.
we are. Oh yeah, they're all laughing.
So now, if I had looked, see half cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So now I let it rip.
I've got all these little bubbles of laughing faces. Oh gosh.
We're on the road with this. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
you know.
So now it's very good. Cutting out perfectly all the way through this time.
Okay, all the way through both the fabric and the paper backing.
This is what I'm used to happening when I peel it off.
Yep.
So there's our little piece.
Yay! Yay!
Peel the paper off the back. And there's our fusible on the back.
Awesome.
And
So the paper doesn't stick to the mat, right?
it typically does not.
Okay.
Brand new mats are super sticky, so once they've been used a little bit, I haven't had any issues with it sticking. But
Okay.
brand new mats, sometimes it will stick a little bit, but you spray it with that cleaner and scrape it,
Oh, yes.
and it comes right
Okay.
off. Now, I need to grab that and go to the ironing board.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So the reason I asked Angie that is because I have been known to scrape a mat or two with the paper stuck to it because the mat, of course, was very sticky, or I used the mat that was supposed to be used for fabric only.
Yeah, that'll
And
do
it took me a while, but now it will be a lot easier with that, the spray that we were talking about.
It will.
Okay.
All right, so here's we got to line up the piece exactly the way it goes. So you don't see any stitching lines. Some people might make it a little bigger, but I don't.
Okay.
That requires too much thought. And the little craft iron is great for doing this because a big iron, if you're using a small hoop, might damage your hoop.
Okay. So the sticky stabilizer, it really doesn't matter that you're heating that up.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just
question.
I'm just tacking it.
Okay.
Now we'll go back over here.
Okay. Isn't this fun? We get to walk all over the place. All right. Let's see what we're doing here.
Make sure everything's out of the way. I've sewn things underneath too many times to count.
Okay, so we're going to come over here to where the screen is. Okay,
So
now what?
Our next step will be all this detail. So while it's stitching, let's see, what did we do the other one in? We did the other one in light blue. So let's
Oh, we're going to change our thread color?
I'm just going to back this out.
Oh,
Usually
we're not going to show that.
top.
Yeah, we're not going to show that. Not supposed to do that. The correct way to change threads, guys,
Snip
is
here.
yes.
Pull it through.
Yep. That way you won't have to bring your machine in to see Kelly.
And I've got Tiffany and a tripod and 2 phones. And my scissors.
Oh, excuses, excuses.
Here's the stuff that
Oh.
so well.
Okay.
And it doesn't take the sticky off.
And make sure it's the yellow one, right?
Yeah, you don't want bleach in it.
I think the blue one has a bleach or something. Yeah. Good. Okay.
All right, so we are all ready to go. We're going to put the foot down, green for go, and now it's going to...
All right, so we've got a lot of stuff stitching around. And because... No, I got it back again. I got it back again.
Actually, we should probably stitch this first. But, all right, you want to let it go, and then we'll come back and
Sure.
check on it?
Sure.
I'll show you my next favorite thing to do with this thing.
Okay.
Here's the shark quilt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, let's go show that.
Do the sharks.
All right. We've got, uh-oh, did I lose the feed on? No, I've got,
Got everything?
oh my gosh, I think so. I think so. I'm just looking to see if, all right. Kathy Moore, you're on the business page, right? And let me see, Robin. Oh, okay, you are back on. Okay, good. Good. Just making sure we're cool. All right, you're gonna have to talk loud because I'm a little further away.
The shark quilt was one we did with wash away applique paper on the back, cut on the Scan N Cut, and then I added a seam allowance to the fabric and fused it to the back, and then press it and glue it.
So can you do that in the Scan N Cut?
Absolutely.
You added the seam allowance to it.
I did the seam allowance.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And then applique it down so it looks like I worked really hard and I didn't. But an even faster way is just heat and bond on the back.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So that would have been the raw edge applique.
And I will show you how to scan this rascal.
Okay.
Ready to move?
I am ready to move. Nan, you're right. This is a crazy day. We are all over the place today, huh?
All right. So this is what they gave me for the sharks.
Who gave you?
It's in the pattern.
Oh, okay.
Templates. It's printed both sides.
Oh, that's tough.
So it's kind of hard to stick it down. But this is where the scanning mat comes in handy.
Nice.
The only thing that doesn't come with the machine that I wish did. It
Yeah.
has a plastic sheet that lifts up. And you smash it down flat. So it'll feed through the machine.
So it's attached, the top sheet is attached at the top so that you just slide your piece under. Okay, I get it.
Okay. So then you're going to go, actually, you're going to go home.
Okay. Yeah, when I don't know where to go, I go home. Start over.
Leave class because I said go home, but I meant go home.
No.
So now we're going to go to Scan, and I don't know what I did with my pen, but oh well. We're going to go Scan to Cut data, which is mostly what I do with Applique.
Okay.
So I've got to load my mat. Now I've got the green start. So this is different than what we just did on the mat. This is actually scanning this to turn it into cutting data.
Nice.
Whereas the other was just showing us what was on the surface of our mat.
Okay. Awesome. And so the computer inside here is working on recognizing that.
Anything you can scan, you can cut. So keep
Okay.
that in mind.
Okay. Oh, look at that. How cool.
And you have options for saving it. When you want to get rid of everything on the inside, you can save it as an outline.
Okay.
And then just drag this up so we're not saving all this other stuff here.
Ah, so that's the only thing you want to be cut, not everything else that's on that.
I don't want to fill up the machine with a bunch of junk in the
Okay.
screen, so I pack these machines tight.
Yeah. Teresa asks, do the old mats work on the new machines?
They do not.
No.
You have to be very careful that you only get DX mats for the DX machines.
Yep.
I'm going to save it to my machine.
There we go.
And then we have to go home again because we're in the scanning screen.
Okay.
And if you will look right here, this is grayscale.
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly what I use. The only time I use color, this is a scanner
Gotta
as
talk.
well. This is a scanner as well. Those big long family reunion pictures, you could actually scan those in on the 12x24 mat and save it to your USB. So it is a scanner too,
Mm-hmm.
but most of what I use it for is what we're doing right here. So then we'll go home, because now we have to retrieve data from the machine. And it's going to be the very last thing here.
Okay. So you had a couple of other things that you saved.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
All right, so
This, I understand the DX, they gave it more memory.
it's got more memory.
Yeah, so you can save more things on the
Right.
actual machine.
So here's my piece. It's all one piece, but we've got all this junk here, and I show you in class how to clean this up. So I'm just gonna exclude him. Say okay.
So we're just deleting all the little
Throw it
pieces.
in the trash.
Okay.
And then after you do that, you want to save it.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't have to do that again, and we can overwrite the original design.
Okay. So Angie mentioned in class, when you purchase a machine from us, even a Scan and Cut machine, you get unlimited free owner's classes. And you'll be working with Angie. She goes through just about everything you need to know about these machines. It's really awesome.
So now we're going to cut this shark out of this yellow fabric.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Yep.
I think we will make a strange looking shark. Here's my pen. Okay, now I'm going to load the mat.
Got lots of questions popping up. I can't keep up with them.
So we're going to scan what's on the mat.
Okay.
Look at it after.
So this is going to scan again so that she can cut in an area that has not been cut in before. I don't know if you noticed there's a leaf cut out of this fabric.
Here it is. Yeah, there's the leaf.
Yep.
That was a built-in.
Okay.
All right.
So let me just answer a couple of questions here. You can save the image to a flash drive. Dawn wanted to know that.
Yes.
Let's see, what else? Can you replace your Cricut with this? Absolutely. Or do they each do their own thing? Okay, so Susan, I own several different cutting machines, and I do have a Cricut. I tend to use my Scan and Cut far more than the Cricut. In fact, it's probably gathered dust by now, even though I still have it. So really up to you. I don't know. The Scan and Cut is much more user-friendly as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that answers your question. What else? What comes with the machine? We'll go over that in a little bit. Fun toy, old mats. Nope, we did that. A trade-in deal. We have not created a trade-in deal, Becky, but we do have a deal for you. Okay? So we'll get to that a little bit later, too. Yvonne said she's been afraid of the Scan and Cut. No, my dear. Don't be afraid of anything. That's why we have a technician on staff.
And our owner's class is 3 hours long.
Oh, there we go. There we go. A 3-hour owner's class. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm ready.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to make him darker because the yellow is very light. You see his face sticks out there? But you know what? I can make him smaller.
Ooh.
Just shrink that shark down.
So is that how you got so many different sizes of sharks in your quilt? Okay.
It is.
Okay.
And,
so you didn't have to scan another shark. You just took that one and made them different sizes.
nope, and I used one of these sharks to etch on a glass too.
Oh. Can you flip-flop it?
Absolutely. So we can go here, we can change the angle.
Oh, nice.
So if you're
You
trying
can-
to fussy cut that shark around apart,
Uh-huh.
you can do that too.
Okay, so you can mirror image, you can do all kinds of things. Okay.
Yep. You can put a seam allowance on him.
Oh, that's how you did the needle-turned applique.
Yep. So
Okay.
I'll pull him off, you'll see the seam allowance. You can put a seam allowance on him.
Oh, okay. That's that double image down there. Okay.
And I'll show you over here how we do that. I'm going to turn it off because this is on sticky heat and bond light, and I don't think we want a seam allowance on that.
Oh, no.
All right. So now we've got him on there, and we want to cut him out. We'd already scanned. We've got him right where he needs to be, so we're going to tell this to cut. And we're going to look this time. Half cut is off. And
Yep.
It's going to be about a minute. I leave it on automatic pressure. I've done the testing for years and
Yep.
years.
So that's, again, the biggest difference between this model and the previous ones is that the blade has an automatic pressure. It detects how thick the item is that you're trying to cut.
And it's so quiet. And I slow my machine way down.
When we were at the conference, there were probably 40 machines running in the room, and you could still hear people talking, you could still hear the instructor, and there were a lot of people on their phones, like doing what I'm doing right now, and the machines did not obliterate the
There's your little shark
talking.
ready to go.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
And another thing this machine has, we'll go home. Built-in, it's got over 1,000 built-in patterns.
Oh, fun.
Shapes, all kinds of designs like this. Animals, anything you can imagine.
So there's categories, subcategories, and sub-subcategories. All right.
But I'm going to go on down here to quilt blocks. We go down here.
Oh,
We've
okay.
got letters so you can write. We've also got quilt blocks.
Nice.
And these are all categories. So you can let's take this maple leaf. and it is set to be 9 inches finished block of 9 by 9.
Okay.
You can change that size right here. You can make it a whole lot smaller. This is, again, the finished size. So
And it's changing both the height and the width. Okay.
So if I wanted it 6 by 6.
Nice.
I'll go okay. And it's breaking out all the parts for me.
Oh.
So if I wanted, when I hit that one, it shows me which one it is.
Okay.
And when I'm doing this, and see it's put the seam allowance around it, it's made it the correct size and 1 because there is only 1 in this block. So I can set it in my screen and I can add, because I said I'm a lazy quilter. And here in white shows these 2 pieces. And that's the same color, so I can add those 2. It gives you the size and 2 of those.
So you're going to put all the background pieces in because they're all out of the same fabric.
So every time you hit one, it shows you which ones they are. You would say, okay, there's 2 of these, and the machine would just keep setting it up just like this. And if you'll notice, they have a seam allowance around them. Let me show you what it will do. Is actually we'll cut
Okay, hold
one.
on a sec. Let me get in on this one. Woo! Okay, I see that on there. And let's move this one. Okay, so you drew the seam allowance as well?
No, the machine drew the seam allowance. I don't do anything. I just punch buttons.
Baby, I need this one.
But I use Terrio Magic to make my fabric stiff. There are different ways to make your fabric stiff.
So you didn't use an interfacing or anything?
I did not, because I want it to be a nice soft quilt block. And
okay.
I don't want to use Heat and Bond Light because I don't want to glue it.
Okay. So Terrio Magic is?
It is a liquid, kind of like a heavy starch.
Okay.
We used it for embroidery to stiffen real fine fabric so that you don't have all this stuff to tear out at the end.
Nice.
You just wash it and it's soft again.
Nice.
We do have a fabric support sheet that comes with the machine that you can put on to make your mat super sticky. But like Tiffany said, if you accidentally stick paper on it, you're going to be scraping a while. So this is kind of foolproof.
All right.
So I usually just saturate the fabric on a piece of freezer paper, let it dry, and then iron it nice and flat.
Okay.
So now we take the same, I'm using the same mat.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I know I'm moving the cameras around a lot. Trying to keep everything in view.
And since I want to see the seam allowance, I'm going to put it face down on the...
Oh, okay. Ah, right. Because you want to draw the seam allowance on there and you don't want it on the front. Okay. It says Rita asks, after using Terrio Magic, can you piece and quilt it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if you don't like how stiff it is, you can wash it out.
Oh, okay. So did you hear that, Rita? If you don't like how stiff it is, you can always wash some of it out. So you can make it different degrees of stiffness.
These machines come with a set of scrapbooking pins and also air erasable and water erasable pins.
Nice.
Draw with. That might, yeah, you may not want to wash it with the water erasable pen.
Okay.
But I did find out after you press it, it still washes out.
Okay, good.
So now I've got that face down.
Susan says having a seam allowance is golden. I agree.
I learned to quilt with drawing a seam allowance, making the templates, drawing the seam allowance,
Yep.
and hand piecing it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of just a couple of these since you don't want to watch this do this all day. Okay, so now, since I've got a big old piece of fabric on the whole thing, you see how it has put things to where...
Oh, I'm not on it. Oh, here we go. Okay.
See how it doesn't skew them around. Now,
what do you mean?
Like with when you've got Heat and Bond Light on the back, it doesn't matter what angle you cut at because you've already got glue on the back. This is going to be a quilt block, and it does matter. You can't turn it
gotcha.
funny,
Yep.
because once you wash that off, the grain lines will be off.
Okay.
So when the machine loads these designs, it automatically keeps with the grain line. Okay, I'm not going to scan this because it's almost as big as the mat, but we are going to go here to draw.
Oh.
And I'm going to use a scrapbooking pen so you can see.
Okay, hold on a sec. Yep.
I took the cap off the pen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to open this, drop the cap down, and I learned something from Angela's video. I didn't realize that was a place to keep my...
Oh, look at that.
So we're going to take our all-purpose blade out. We're going to put our pen in, snap it down.
Okay.
And if you forget to put the pen in, that's all right. The machine won't let you cut.
Oh, that's good.
Because you told it you want to draw. The machine is ready to draw.
Okay.
So when we go start, and if you look here, it got rid of the cut line. All we've got here is the
okay.
draw line. Scanner level.
What's that?
It wants to put these have a scanner level.
Okay.
So it wants it on position 2 to do this.
Ah.
So it'll tell you.
Okay.
All right.
It's kind of foolproof, huh?
Yeah. So it's drawing all the seam allowances.
Oh, wow. Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. Let's see.
And it's done.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I got to get this other camera to show it. Hold on. You guys see that? That is so cool. Wow.
Those are seam allowances. Now I'm going to take the pin out.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll put the top on it because I don't want it to dry out. And I'm not putting my general purpose blade. I'm putting the fabric blade. This is for naked fabric.
Naked fabric. I love it.
Naked fabric.
Okay, so no heat and bond on it.
Heat and bond.
Okay.
And I'm going to snap that in. And so it's finished drawing. It'll let you do multiple parts, but we're going to finish that.
Okay.
So now I have to tell it that I want to cut.
Angie, is this still the standard mat?
Yes, this is my standard mat. That's
why
I like the Terrio Magic, because I'm forgetful, if you haven't noticed. I need the least amount of things that are going to go wrong.
Okay. And Rita asks, if you put your fabric face down, does it flip your pieces?
Well, since these are quilt blocks.
Okay.
If you were doing, usually how I do my applique is with the fabric side up.
Okay.
And a lot of applique designs will reverse them for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you do need to remember to reverse.
Okay. Okay. But you'll know by looking at it and figuring it out yourself. Absolutely. I think as long as you do the same thing to all of them, you're good.
Yeah.
Chris asks, how can you tell your blades apart?
This one has a tan top.
Oh, look at that. Aren't they smart?
Black top.
Good. And yes, Chris, the standard mat size is 12 by 12. They also have a 12 by 24 mat available.
And here's all our little pieces.
Nice. I love it. And they have all their little seam allowance lines. So it's like drawing, it's like sewing on the line.
Sewing on the line.
Okay.
Can't go wrong. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and these are free projects on
oh,
Brothers,
I love those.
Canvas workspace, which is just adds a lot more to the machine.
Look how intricate those are. So you cut each of those pieces of paper.
And they have instructions for how to do that.
And the Happy Mother's Day, is that drawn?
Yep.
Ah, that's so cool.
So these are up on Canvas Workspace.
Okay, hold on a sec. Gotta come out again here. All right, on Canvas Workspace.
Projects. These are free. You click on the one you want. They've got this ready to go.
Okay, so
screens of parts.
Tell us a teeny bit what Canvas Workspace is.
This is a way to, you can either pull projects that Brother has put on here for you.
So Brother puts a lot of
And videos
things on it. Okay.
and instructions for how to do it. You can keep your pattern, your projects here. So everything you've done, you can keep here.
So a cloud-based storage place.
And pattern collections, they came out with pattern collections that you can augment if you don't feel like scanning. And some of these, the lace collection I bought, because I don't think I could scan that. I'm a lazy quilter.
Oh, that's
and then
awesome.
They have Disney designs too as well. So you can pull them up and you can look at all of them.
And these Disney designs are ones that are ones you can purchase, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tiffany can get those for you, and here they are.
Yep.
This is what this collection. Of course, you can't do these until you buy them, but this is
right.
Just tons and tons of stuff like that in here.
And then the Disney Scan N Cut actually has quite a few things loaded on it.
Really neat design.
Yeah.
So,
Wanda asks, is the 12 by 24 the largest it can scan
yes.
and or cut, or does it actually scan and cut a little bit smaller than that?
Just a hair smaller.
And when she means a hair, she means a hair. So really, essentially, it is 12 by 24 that you can do. Okay.
Okay. So
Kelly asks, is there a blade to cut paper?
your regular all-purpose cut everything blade.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna
That's
put
the
back
black
in.
blade.
Yes. The black
So the black blade is for everything. The whose is that? It's not either of the ones that I have.
That's me. I put it off of this, but I didn't put it off of that.
And the beige blade is the fabric only.
Naked fabric.
Naked fabric. All right.
Don't want fusible on the back.
Beige for skin tone naked.
That's
for
right.
some of us.
Naked fabric. Something like that. And I'll show you some of the applique designs we've done.
Okay.
Oh, and this one's
Is our oh wow.
all of this, and now it wants where we
Oh my gosh, look at that.
already
Yes, Kathy in the buff.
put our applique down.
Fun.
So now it's going to stitch the applique.
Ah, okay. So that was is that the last
This is the last step.
the last step. Okay.
Well, actually, it's going to applique it down with a kind of a the words aren't coming.
So right now it's out. It's
outlined.
doing a blanket stitch.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were going to do a satin stitch around it, but no. That's so cool. So could you have done a satin stitch?
Not with this program.
Okay.
You could probably, if you have software, you could probably make adjustments. I don't.
Kathy said she wants this design. Well, I know how you can get it, Kathy.
It is in the luminaire.
It is in the luminaire. That's right.
So now it's going to do inside the design.
Okay.
And this is how it works for any applique, in the hoop applique design.
So any in the hoop applique goes through this same kind of a process. That is so neat.
So here's some more.
Oh,
In the hoop.
we're going to see
we're
some more
done
stuff.
With the
Oh, okay.
this is one of Brother's free
Very
programs
cool.
on Canvas. They give you do the cut on the Scan N Cut. and
Okay.
they give you the applique design. This is from LMNOP.
Ah, LMNOP, one of our favorite lettering embroidery collections. Let me get this a little bit set out. So we've got the fabric in that, and then it outlines it with these fun stitches. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm not gonna see how different those stitches are. There's like a rope stitch, and there's another one that's just a little bit different. I think those are a blast. I really like those.
And you can even, Embroidery Garden has a design cutting cork.
Ooh.
I waited for this machine to cut cork.
Uh-huh.
And I brought some cork, and we will do that today if you'd like.
Cork's a little pricey. You want to practice on something else before you do the cork.
I don't want to put test holes in my cork.
No.
Matthew Moore taught this is a
Oh,
class.
right.
This is all in the hoop, all with the Scan N Cut.
You see that, guys? Isn't that awesome?
And I will get the borders on it.
You will, yeah.
I promise.
I know. I know. Yeah. That is so cool. I love that piece. And I love the background you chose. Nice way to use an ombre fabric.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta get all of them. So. And this one just finished.
Okay.
So here's our little design.
Oh, fun.
You see
Very
it's better
cool.
on this one because I used white.
Very cool.
Light blue.
Got lots of hearts coming up on that one.
And
Nice. It does. Roberta says that would save time cutting around all the appliques. Absolutely.
this was one of our first
Oh, I remember.
that we did on the Scan N Cut.
One of the first kits we did, and we used the Scan N Cut to cut out the horse, the headless horseman and the horse. And I remember we only had a 12 by 12 mat for that one.
We had the 12 by 24, but we could only scan 12 by
Right,
12.
right.
And I told Tiffany, I can't do this, Tiffany. I can't do this. Put it together on Canvas Workspace.
Yep. So we couldn't scan the 12 by 24, but we could scan
this,
a part of it.
that.
Right. So that is actually, is that one in two pieces? It is in two pieces. Yep. You can't really tell though.
No.
That's cool.
There's a lot of applique. This was
They're having a hard time hearing again. Sorry, guys.
the first wool applique.
Oh,
She gave me
right.
this kit, and someday I'll get the binding on it, but it was a
So-
learning process.
So you can cut the wool as well. That is really cool.
And I did not want to starch my wool, so I used the adhesive sheet for the mat that you can also use with the naked fabric.
Okay.
Because I wanted my wool soft.
Robin says Angie's the queen of machine. Yes, she is.
Not used to being in front. And we did this in a class.
That's right. This is one of the Scan N Cut projects that Angie did with the class. A lot of times she'll do a Scan N Cut class for the new owners and then do a project class to kind of get them into how the actual application of it works.
And this was great because they broke everything out by color. Which all
Oh,
we had to do was scan the parts in, clean them up,
nice.
and cut them out.
Susan says binding's overrated. Takes away from the
Yeah,
creativity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I probably did 30 other things after that. This was one of the early days with the Scan N Cut of just special
Oh,
cutting
beautiful.
shapes on this bag.
Beautiful.
And this was one of our latest projects with the puppy and the kid.
That's right. Angie made me one of these. I love it. It's Gracie and Kit Kat.
Looks just like
Nice.
And
Nice.
other applications with your Scan N Cut, we had these snappy slippers, and it said to draw all these lines on your interfacing. I'm not drawing lines on interfacing. I laid the interfacing on the Scan N Cut, put the pin in, and it drew all the lines on there for me. I scanned it in. So you'll find all kinds of ways to use it.
So Sally's asking, is the Scan N Cut usable with non-Brother machines?
Yeah, it's a freestanding machine. The only time you need like Brother embroidery designs, but if you have, most designs have multiple machines that they work with.
Formats, yeah.
Formats. So you would just plug the PES into your Scan N Cut to break it out, and your whatever
Yep.
you're using in your machine. So,
And she says, is it worth it without embroidering?
oh yeah.
That was a big thumbs up.
Let me know if you're getting bored.
Uh,
This was my first Scan N Cut project, I think.
Yep. I remember that. That's one of,
It's a zebra pattern.
yeah, Deborah Gable.
Mm-hmm. She came to the shop and
She
we
did.
butterflies
Yep.
block of the month. So that was a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah, so you broke out all the pieces and cut them all on the Scan N Cut to create that bird.
I did. And then we had a challenge in
Oh,
the shop.
I remember that.
And I had gotten some designs online, just applique designs.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
So a lot of stuff you can do. This was also one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And it's exactly reversed from where it's supposed to be. I learned the hard way about reversing images.
Really
because they
fun.
had them all reversed because you were going to trace it on the back of your heat and bond, fuse it to the back of your fabric, then it would have been right. So.
That's all right. Like I said, if you do the same thing to every piece, you don't have a problem.
Right.
What is the Scan N Cut format for the USB stick? Christy asks.
Format? I just plug it in.
Is SVG though, or
SVG it'll read SVG. FCM is what the machine reads.
okay, FCM. Okay,
But it will read a few other. It reads SVG now.
okay.
And you can play with vinyl.
Oh, I love this.
There's Baby Drew.
Yep.
There's Gracie. There's Grown Up Drew.
Oh my goodness.
That's my daughter's little dog. So you can have a lot of fun. Now, vinyl's probably the easiest thing to cut because it is, you know, the half
my
cut that I had
gosh.
set.
Yep.
You can cut little teeny tiny things.
Oh, is that bug one for Abby?
Yeah. She's got a big bug in the window.
Okay.
So you can
Okay.
make car stickers too.
Oh, fun. Car stickers. I could think of a whole bunch of things I could do with those.
Quilter's corner.
Nice.
Here's the little etched shark.
Okay, so the
A
etching,
lot smaller than the big one.
you did glass etching using it.
So I could throw it in the dishwasher.
That is so cool.
Because this you can't throw in the dishwasher.
Okay. Okay.
Tiffany did this with heat transfer vinyl in one of
Yep.
her first classes.
That's right.
And the difference.
Look how
between-
skinny those letters are.
I
You
know.
can't cut that out by hand.
No, not in steel topped people.
Nope.
And the heat transfer vinyl is just like vinyl, except the pretty side has the transfer sheet down. So you would put it face down on the mat.
Okay.
Side up. Then you would reverse everything
Okay.
because your letters would be backwards.
Gotcha.
If you just had hearts, it wouldn't matter. Sharks, that's fine. But if you put letters on there, it's going to be backwards. And this is kind of what we use. But this is just regular vinyl here.
Yep.
And I'll show that
Gotcha.
to you over there.
Oh my gosh.
Here's some of the things from the Canvas workspace. The pre-designs, this is heat transfer vinyl.
Okay.
I had
You
to
could
play-
do that butterfly with pieces of fabric behind it like you did the fish.
Yeah, you could. And I was thinking after I did Santa Claus, that was really skinny for fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be the way to do that.
Yeah. But you did it. That's cool.
And other projects that
Ah,
we
we've got
have,
some paper
just-
projects. So for those of us that don't, or those, I use it for fabric, but for people who don't want to use it for fabric, you can use what? You can use cardstock. You can
cardstock,
do
You can use that little skinny see-through.
the
Vellum?
like vellum and mylar, and it'll cut cardboard and foam core and
This is the first project that comes with your machine.
okay.
The 225 DX.
Okay.
I bet the Disney does too. So, and
Oh, fun. Look at that hurricane lamp. I love it. I love it. What great Christmas gifts. You could do all kinds of things. Oh, and I'm seeing the eagle here.
he was a project class.
Yep.
And
Wow.
we've got vinyl over here in cork.
Okay,
'Cause we
let's
cut
go
with
look at that.
blues, everybody.
I know. We've been on a long time. And we still haven't done our little special thing. Michelle says she couldn't get her pumpkin to stand up. I'm sorry, Michelle. That sounds like a personal problem.
The SDX series of machines, you can take an embroidery design, which this is an embroidery design, and just plug it into your machine and turn it into a cut file.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So
what I
is
put on
that
that
that first one is just
That's
like
a picture of
a
the
copy.
embroidery design.
Oh my gosh. And then you cut it out in vinyl, a different size. Okay. See, I told you she was a guru on this
And
thing.
here's a bigger bug.
Yes, it is. Don't show Deb that.
Hey, Deb.
I know.
And now if you'll look at the, let's see, I'll show you real quick. When you get a design here,
What are we looking at?
we do something called weeding because it doesn't come out of the machine looking like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
show
have
us some
to
weeding.
Peel, I got some good easy ones. You just peel the background off.
So the weeding is actually just revealing the image that you want.
Take this off too. So now this is ready to stick on something.
Very cool.
And when you have a lot of flowery things like initials, you want to use transfer paper, which we sell by the roll, and it's sticky.
Okay, and it's got a grid, so you can really kind of line things up.
Yeah, so I shouldn't have any excuse for getting things wrong, but I still do. And then,
Oh, crooked, huh?
yeah, let me grab this thing here. So then you're burnishing it onto here.
Oh, okay.
Of course, you have to work a little harder when you have something like letters with little spindly parts.
Yep. Oh, very nice. And then what?
And then we'll come on over
Ooh,
here.
ooh, more.
I won't go too far.
Debbie, you can make your own stencils. Absolutely.
So then we're going to decorate the shop machine.
Oh, fun!
So I will line him up.
Do you need your
Yeah, thank you.
handy dandy
And
little
these
tool?
things I can wear around my neck. So then I'll just
Burnish that.
burnish that, and this is the same way you do it on a glass.
Oh, cool.
And then he's all straight. You could try to stick him on there, but in my experience, I get it all garbled up. And then
Well,
this
and
is
especially
reusable.
if you've got words that you're going to be doing for spacing and stuff, you'd use the transfer paper, and then it would be spaced exactly the way you need it.
Exactly.
That's so cool. And you said you can reuse that?
Yep, you cut it to size, and then you just keep reusing it till it doesn't stick anymore.
Okay.
Here's one that even has, I think, a big long hair running through it.
Oh, stop. That's wrong. That's just wrong.
It still works.
Very cool.
So now another program or project we saw.
Oh, my gosh.
Angela Wolf was just pulling a design right off the machine. And I'll do it right
So Angie's referencing Angela Wolf, who is a brother ambassador, and she has a lot of video tutorials, live videos on Brother Sews. They put out tons of tutorials, videos, all kinds of things. So if you get a chance, go on to Brother Sews. They have a YouTube channel. They have a Facebook site. Just explore. I know it's like a rabbit hole you can go down.
And I'm going to use my standard mat because this is pretty heavy cardboard.
Okay, what are we cutting now? Cardstock?
Cardstock.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think the feeds. Nope.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, one of them is kind of... running out of juice.
Uh-oh. We'll hurry.
I know.
So this is a design that was, and this video will be, this is the one she did. a pattern right out of the machine. It's got a lot of stuff in this machine. So here it is, all these envelopes. This is the design. It gives you the size.
Okay.
Leave it.
Have you hold this phone so that I can go get a power cord.
Okay. All right. Good now.
Yeah.
So